back to my channel. It's your girl by your headband. Hi guys, welcome back. So this is the round. Okay, I don't know if this video will go up before the second one, but anyway, let me just start from the beginning. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for watching my videos. I hope you get to learn as much as you can. New videos every week. Watch, share, like, drop a comment, ask me questions, send me a DM. I'm always happy to help. Right, guys. So today our video is based on the Ubackdrop. Ubackdrop.com. They sell beautiful designs of backdrops, amazing backdrops, cake stand, pedestal, and it's collapsible. Most of their backdrops and cake stands and all what they have are like collapsible. So if you have issues of storage and all of that, you don't have to worry about it. Trust me, if I found this website before I bought my second backdrop, I would have bought my backdrop from this website. So without further ado, let me just show you everything. Remember, subscribe to my channel if you like my videos, because there's no point you subscribing and not watch the videos. So yeah, if you love my videos, subscribe, click the notification button for more videos, and yeah. So my backdrop today is a circle backdrop. I got it from ubackdrop.com. So if you're going to be buying this backdrop, there's going to be a 10% discount code in the description. I'm going to pin it in comments too. 10% off whatever you're going to buy from the website using my code. So remember, when you're buying, use my code and you get 10% off. Ubackdrop.com, 10% off. So my stand, I'm using a circle backdrop, and it comes with this stand, and then the backdrop itself comes in this. Can you believe it? This bag, like just hang and feel cool with it. I love the the package. I love what it comes in. And then this is the backdrop. So the backdrop is double-sided. Can you see? Once you bring it out, it comes out. So it's two-sided. So this video is going to be, I'm going to be doing the B side. So we're doing a B themed. Yes, I know someone requested for a B themed garland, and because it was a request, I got the B themed side. So the backdrop comes with two sides. So there's I've got a B themed and I've got a mermaid. The mermaid one is going to be on another video. So if you want to see the mermaid video, the link is going to be in the description. I don't know if this video will go up before the mermaid one, but yeah, this is a B themed one. We're going to be doing the B themed. And another good thing about the backdrops is you could write stuff on it, or you could use your own vinyl to personalize this. So it's so amazing. You could upload your design onto the website and they will print it off for you on the backdrop. It's so smooth, velvety, beautiful, amazing. I'm so in love with it. And this is metal. So the cool thing about sorry, I'm stuttering, is that I've got this magnets. That's what I'm going to be attaching my garland to. So you could use the magnets or you could use Velcro to attach a garland. But anyway, let's put the backdrop on first. So with the stand, it comes with this thingy, this hook on top. So what you just need to do is you put this on top here. It screws on. Once you screw it on, so you can see it. So you have to pull out this first, then you put this on top. Once it sits nicely, you screw it on. So this helps to secure that. So this is what you're going to be attaching the backdrop to. So all you need to do is just pull this back and the backdrop would hang in the middle here, right? It's going to hang in the middle here. And then you could extend this, for whatever height you want. So with this one, I don't think I want it too high. But first, let me secure this first before I extend the height. So you just need to do this. You see, all you need to do is just push this in. And it stays. So let's set the middle. Where's the middle? Because you want the writing to be Yeah. And then it comes with this. This is another way you could use to, like, attach your garland. This hooks, it's at the bottom and at the top. So you could either leave it down like this if you want, if you choose to. You leave it at this height. But hold on, guys. Just gonna make sure the stand is screwed on properly. Now I'm going to extend it. So all you need to do is just adjust it. If you want it at this height, you can have it, but it's going to be slanting. So if you're going to have it, if you want a shorter height, what I would advise is, because this is 150 by 150. So I advise that you get, like maybe you get 120 or 100 centimeter by 100 centimeter, because that is kind of like smaller. Extend. I don't want this one to be too tall, so I'm just going to leave it at this point. Yeah, so it's secured. So what I would do again is to secure it at the bottom. I'll get my 260Q and I'll put it in the pocket here. I'll just tie it onto the base and bring it into the pocket here. Just secure it as much as you can. So this will be my bottom part attachment point. It's secured, yeah, and it's not too tall. Can you see? So the plan is to do my arch all around it. So it's going to be a full circle arch. It's not going to be an half garland. So let's get inflating our balloon. So I'm using different shades of yellow and a touch of brown. Then I've got some B-shaped mini foil balloons. You can find this mini foil balloons in my Amazon store. Link in description. Link for everything that has to do with this design is in the description. So check it out, guys. Let's inflate. Hey guys, so we inflate our balloons. I forgot to mention at the start of the video, I decided to use some 16 inches. So the 16 inches are the yellow balloons. So my inflation style for this garland is I inflated the balloons to 2 different sizes, but each duplet, that is 2 balloons, I inflated 2 into like almost the same size but big. Like let's say I inflated it into 8 and 9 inches, then I inflated another set into like 6 and 7 inches. I hope you get what I mean. So I would wrap the cluster of 2 of the 9 and 8 inches. I'll wrap it with the 7 and 6 inches. Do you understand? So the 16 inches, what I did with the 16 inches was I inflated the 16 inches into like 14 inches for 2. So I inflated one 16 inches into 14 inches, then another one into 13 inches, tied it together. Then I took another set of the yellow. I inflated into 8 inches and 9 inches. Then I wrapped it with the 16 inches set. Do you understand? So when I arrange them on to make a garland, I'm going to like alternate. So the 16 inches set that is wrapped into 4, I would put that on and then put the smaller ones, arrange the smaller ones, and then add the big one again, which is the 16 inches again. Then put the smaller ones. I hope you understand what I mean with my explanation. So the yellow balloons that I'm wrapping together right now is a cluster of 2 duplets of 16 inches and 2 duplets of 11 inches. So the 11 inches I inflated into 9 and 8 inches and 14 and 13 inches. I hope you get what I've just explained. So for the chocolate balloons, I inflated them into like 6 inches and 5 inches. I wanted them small because I didn't want them to be like loud. I wanted the chocolate to be like a touch. So now it's time to arrange the balloons onto the 260Q. So I'm not using a fishing line to arrange the balloons. I'm using 260Q. So what I've done here is I've tied two 260Qs together, and I'm starting off with the big cluster, which is the duplets of 11 inches and 16 inches. Then I grab this pastel yellow kind of color. This pastel yellow is standard yellow inside pastel yellow, like matte yellow. And then the next cluster, this cluster is just the pastel yellow alone. It's not double stuffed. The yellow cluster is not double stuffed too. And then I add the chocolate. Then I grab the yellow again. And then I grab the pastel, that's the pastel with that has the richer shade of pastel yellow. Then after I use the rich one, I use the opaque one, which is the lighter shade, the pastel yellow, the lighter shade, the one that isn't double stuffed. So for the 260Q, the reason why I tied 2 together is so that I can have a long extension kind of, so that I don't have to add an extra 260Q so quickly. So you could just do you could tie on 260Qs as long as you want, if that's more convenient for you. But yeah, it doesn't matter how you can start with just one 260, and just when your 260 is short, you add another 260Q. So you just keep on stacking your clusters of 4 balloons. So I'm just using the clusters of 4. I'm not using more than clusters of 4. So right now I'm tying another 260Q to the 260Q on the garland because it's short now. So you tie a proper knot, yeah? So next is the chocolate brown and then the yellow. So you can see I would do the big ones, then do the small ones in 3 sets of small ones, and I'll put the big ones again. So you create a kind of like balance in your full circle hoop. So also I forgot to mention, I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning of the video, for the backdrop, you could if you wanted another cover after you've bought the collapsible one, just buy another cover and you just put it on top of the one you have. So that's the beauty about this Ubackdrop backdrops. So I have 2 in 1, and then if I don't want to use the theme I've got on, I could just buy a plain white one and put it on top. Okay, now I am using my Quicklink magnets. So that's magnets. I'm placing them all over the hoop. So I'm placing it, I've used 6 altogether. So they're called Quicklink magnets. You could either use
click magnets. You could use you could use command hooks. You could use I wouldn't advise you to use Velcro, because I don't think Velcro is kind of like, I don't think it's strong enough. So yeah, but you could use the hooks that I have in my Amazon store, the one I always recommend that we use for the wall designs. Yes, you could use that. It's in my Amazon store. So you just stick it on top of the backdrop. And that is more like, it's more firm. It's going to be there like permanently. I don't think it would come off. With the magnets, you can take it off afterwards. So it depends on what you're comfortable with. So after you put your magnets on, you tie in 260Q onto each magnet. You can see I'm tying 260Q onto the magnets. So this is going to be, you know, my attachment point for the main garland. So also, if you remember, I mentioned at the start of the video that there are like little pockets on the top and on the bottom of the backdrop. So that's where I tied the top 260Q, as in I put the knot magnet on, then I linked the 260Q again into the pocket, so to give you extra security, so to make it stay, you know, I'm assured that it won't fall off the backdrop, if you get what I mean. So just wrap the 260Q round the garland at each point. The reason why I've used like 6 of the magnets is because so that each point is secure. I don't want anything falling off or moving around. So yeah, that's why I've done it that way. Another thing I did was at the bottom, I tied the 260Q round the what's it called? Into the pocket at the bottom, like the pocket at the top. There's one at the bottom too. I put a 260Q inside of it, and then I linked it to the base, the frame, to create extra security. And then you just tie on at the bottom too. And, you know, the whole thing stays in place. So here I'm just moving around the balloons to make sure, you know, everything is in place. So I'm happy that my main garland is, you know, is just perfect, is where I want it to be. And you can see that the yellow bit is like it's standing out. So next we're going to be putting our 5 inches. So my 5 inches I've inflated into clusters of 3. And I am placing them on each color plan, because we're color blocking, isn't it? We're not mixing all the colors together. So if you're color blocking, you need to watch where you place your clusters of 5 inches. You don't want it bleeding into the other color. It won't look right. So also I decided to add a bit of gold. I think I mentioned this at the beginning of the video. When you talk about bees, you're talking about honey, and honey is gold in color. Yeah, so a touch of gold is amazing. So now, if you're not going to like do this on a hoop, you could just do the garland the way I've done it. Place it wherever you want to place it, and just, you know, add your clusters of 5 inches, and you've got a beautiful garland. So for the bottom bit, what I did was I only added 5 inches, you know, small 5 inches to the bottom for the gold. But for the upper part, what I did was I broke the 5 inches into 2. If you want to see how I break my 5 inches into 2, I've got a video teaching you how to do that. You would find it in my basic balloon playlist. That is a playlist that I've made for beginners. You'll find it there. So you break your cluster, you know, you just take one 5 inch, break it into 2, and take another 5 inch, break it into 2, and then wrap it around together. Now you can see there's the yellow 5 inches yellow cluster I'm adding. It looks kind of like darker. What I've done was is I double stuffed the yellow with I think I double stuffed it with black. So that's how I've got like that color. Some it wasn't black, it was like navy blue. Yeah, it was navy blue. So it's giving me like a lemony kind of tone. Yeah, the color is kind of like lemony shade, I don't know. Yeah, so I prefer to use that for the brightest shade of yellow rather than doing it in a mustardy way. And I think it balanced out the whole color. It gave it another kind of tone. Gave it like a greenish kind of tone. So I'm just, for the 5 inches, what I am doing is for anywhere I can grab the neck of the balloon that is already on the frame, I would just, wrap it around the 5 inches. But if I see that if I pull the neck of the balloon that is on the frame and it's going to affect the overall arrangement, I would just use a 260Q. You can see I am using a 260Q here to attach the cluster. And what I've done is the gold 5 inches that I broke into two, I've just placed it on top of the yellow, and then I've wrapped two clusters at the ends of one another. So this method makes it even faster for me to like attach my balloons. Now you can see that the gold, I am adding it, I'm not letting it be too full on. And another thing I'm doing, I'm strategically placing the gold. So I am placing the gold where it would shine best. That is, I'm placing it where I know it would, it would look really right. You see, I lost the balloon there, but it still didn't mess up the overall look of the garland. All I did was just push the balloons round again, and everything looked perfect. So if you pop a balloon, if you push it around and it seems like it's affecting the overall look of what you've done, then you can add a spare one, just tie it in. But if it doesn't affect the overall look, do not stress yourself, do not sweat over it. Just leave it, just push the balloons round and you're good to go. I'm loving the look of this hoop. I'm loving the colors. Yeah, I'm loving how the colors just look like really good together. Because I didn't think it was going to look this way, to be honest. So guys, remember, if you're going to be if you need to get the hoop, remember to use my code. You get 10% off. Code is in the description. So just keep wrapping around your 5 inches around the balloons. Making sure everything sits nicely. So we add the bees now. You don't need a heat sealer for the bees. It has a self-sealing valve, which is great. I didn't even know it had a sealing valve. You could find the bees in my Amazon store. Link is in the description. So I used a total of 5 bees for the design. So all you need to do is just look at where you want to place them and get your U-glue dashes and just stick them to different spots in the whole design. You could actually place them side by, like all on one side. It depends on how your creativity juice is, flowing at the moment you're doing your design. So next, I decided to add a bit of greenery to the old design because I could see that the backdrop had like a touch of greenery. So yeah, just I call it greenery or foliage, isn't it? Yeah. So just you know add the greenery if you choose, or you could just leave it without the greenery. Yeah. Tell me what you think about the the option of adding greenery or just just leaving it the way it is. It depends on how you want to how you want it to look at the end of the day, or your client's preference or your personal preference. Yeah, so just and when you add the greenery, just spray it out. Remember to cover the bottom of your greenery with latex, because greenery can be so aggressive, kind of like angry. They pop your balloons anyhow if you're not careful. So place them in different spots and spread it out.
Okay, guys, thank you for joining me on another beautiful tutorial. Remember the backdrop, you could link for the backdrop and everything you need in the description. The backdrop is from Ubackdrop. Other yours today using my other codes. All right, guys, thank you. Bye.